Shadow in the Sky has now hit theaters. I went and saw it, and I want to know in the comments below, did you love it? Did you hate it? I want to know, because this one could be a very decisive film. I'm not 100% sure, so I want to know what you guys think about this film. Make sure you smash that like button as well, because it helps me out. So make sure you smash it. Let's get those likes in it. And don't forget to subscribe as well, so you don't miss a video. And without further ado, let's jump into this review.
Perfect.
Shadow in the Cloud is a story about a young woman who is on a plane on a secret mission that cannot be disclosed with anyone, and she has a package that she is trying to transport as well. So that's basically what the film is. Realistically, that is what the film is about. Now, I don't know exactly how I 100% feel about this film. On one hand, I actually kind of like it a lot. And then on one hand, I'm kind of sitting there scratching my head at the same time. It takes a lot of unique concepts and something different and throws it in. Which is, I really like, because it's something different. It's something that I haven't really seen anything like this. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Something like this. Now, Chloe Grace Moretz stars as the lead role, as Garrett. And I tell you what, she has to put this movie on her shoulders, because it is mainly focused on her in a very, very, very large portion of this film. And it's all on her. We don't even see the other actors or anything. It's just basically, is that even a word? It is solely on her. And I tell you what, she did a fantastic job. I actually really liked her character. They gave her character a lot of heart, a lot of motive, and a lot of things we can relate to. And I know that there's some other women out there that can relate even more to this character and to her. And I thought she was fantastic. I really do think she was fantastic. I really enjoyed her on screen. I thought she demanded the screen, gave that presence on screen. And her character and her really portrayed that strong female character, that female lead. And it wasn't in your face, agenda pushing or anything like that. And I was sitting there and I was like, you know what, this is how you do a female lead. And I thought they did a fantastic job. And I thought she portrayed that really, really well. A downside is, I don't know too much about the other characters. They're pretty, in the background. And I think that's a bit of a shame as well, because you don't see them for a long period. You only hear them talking. You don't actually see them and see what's going on. And we're just solely focused on Garrett, the one character at the moment. And that's all you really find out. You don't really find out any backstories of any of the other characters or anything like that. So they're kind of like, just there. Which is a bit like, I mean, come on. Like, I wanted to see a bit more characters. I wanted to be invested in the other characters. So when certain events happen and that, I was kind of like, I'm not really invested in those characters. So to me, that was a bit of a downside. But then you've got the upside of Garrett, an absolute fantastic character. And there is one moment in the film as well where I was sitting there and I was just like saying this one phrase in my head. And I don't want to say it, because if I say it, it will spoil the big twist and everything like that. It will spoil it, and I'm not here to spoil it. And I was just thinking one phrase in my head the whole entire time during this one particular scene, and I was just like, fair play. I mean, fair play. Absolutely fair play. And yeah, I really dug her character, and I just thought the other characters were a bit dull. However though, there was a lot of suspense in this film. A lot more. When I watched the trailers and that, I was thinking this is going to be more action-packed. It's not necessarily majorly action-packed, but the suspense. I was on the edge of my seat. There is there's like multiple scenes where you're sitting there and you are just absolutely like, whoa, oh my god, no. Like, you are shaking. You have the fear inside you. You're going through the emotion as well. Which is what I want a film to do. I love when films do that to me. They make me on the edge of my seat and make me really think, oh my god, and there was so many moments where I was just like, and I was just like, oh, I was speechless. Like, I was so, like, oh my god, no, like, shocked, absolutely shocked. And that's what I want from a film. I want an experience. This film gave me that experience, absolutely did. And I'm so grateful for that. And I love it when a film does that. Gives me a great character, something that I'm invested in, and then gives me the suspense. Captures me in the moment of what's happening, and I'm thinking, going through the emotions as well with her. I thought that was awesome. Absolutely love it. That's a big highlight for me. The action was a highlight as well. I really liked the way this action was done and what went through. It wasn't like in your face, oh, this is just agenda pushing, overpowering, like, let's just make this female, like, be able to do everything. I didn't get that from the film, which was good. And they gave her a struggle as well. And it made her, but giving her backstory as well helped with me believing some of the things she does. So being able to give me that backstory to where I'm believing that she could do the things she did in this film absolutely helps with me believing that she can do what she's doing. And I love that. I love that. And you need that. Otherwise, I'm sitting there and I'm scratching my head like, I don't really fully believe that. There is one moment in this film where I was like, yeah, a bit of BS. That's a bit of BS. That's pretty unbelievable. I don't really believe that, but it's one. It's just one moment. And when you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what scene I'm talking about. It's pretty convenient, to say the least. And I don't know the physics and that behind it, whether or not that actually could happen. So I might have to do some research on that. But I don't believe that could actually happen. But hey, what do I know? I don't know that physics. I just have to look into it. So yeah, but the story, this is where the head scratcher comes in. I'm looking at the story, and I'm kind of left, and I'm kind of like, so we went through all that, and there's no real story? If you watch the film, I don't know if you'll get the same thing I did. I kind of felt like there's a lack of story. It was more from point A to point B, and just things happening in between, like just some certain things happening. There was no actual story, and then at the end's very ambiguous. When it finishes, I'm kind of like scratching my head like, okay, what happens now? What happens? So there is a few head scratches in this film that have me leaving and going, okay, that's a bit strange. I don't know how to feel about that. So that's what I mean by, I absolutely really like this film, but then I'm also left head scratching and like, kind of like, I'm a bit confused here. I'm a bit like, wanting more. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. I wanted a little bit more, but then again, this is a pleasant surprise. I really did enjoy this film, so I think most people would. I would really, really highly recommend check out Shadow in the Cloud. I thought it was great. I really did. There's some moments, yes, granted, no movie's perfect, but this is a solid, good movie. And I would highly recommend see Shadow in the Cloud. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I want to know. Smash that like button as well. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.